Welcome back to Today. We're diving into the fascinating world of Australian coins, specifically the 1981 Australian 50-cent piece. Have you ever come across this coin and wondered about its history and value? Well, stick around as we break down everything you need to know. The Australian 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, originally made of 80% silver. However, due to rising silver prices, the Royal Australian Mint changed the composition to a copper-nickel alloy in 1969. This made the coin more affordable to produce and suitable for everyday circulation. In 1981, the 50-cent coin was struck not only by the Royal Australian Mint but also by the Royal Canadian Mint and the British Royal Mint to meet demand. So, there are actually three variations of the 1981 coin. Now, let's talk about the design. On the obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This version of the Queen's portrait was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the Australian coat of arms. It features a kangaroo and an emu supporting a shield that represents the 6 states of Australia. This design, created by Stuart Devlin, has been a signature element of the 50-cent coin for decades. The total mintage of the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin was approximately 40 million. However, since the coins were minted in 3 different locations, there are slight variations in the design. Some collectors try to identify whether their coin was minted in Australia, Canada, or the UK by looking at subtle differences in the rim and lettering. If you have a 1981 50-cent coin, take a closer look, it might just be a rarer variation. So, what's the value of this coin today? If you have a circulated 1981 Australian 50-cent coin, its value is generally around face value, meaning it's worth 50 cents in everyday transactions. However, if your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, it can be worth anywhere from $2 to $5 AUD. Coins in proof sets or with rare errors can fetch even higher prices, sometimes exceeding $10 AUD or more. Some error coins from 1981 have been found, and they are highly sought after by collectors. Look out for small cracks in the metal due to a damaged die, where the design isn't perfectly aligned, causing overlapping details on the coin. If you happen to have an error coin, its value can skyrocket, sometimes up to $50 or more, depending on the rarity. While the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin isn't the rarest out there, it's still a great addition to any collection, especially if you can find uncirculated versions or error coins. If you're a collector, I recommend keeping an eye out for high-grade specimens and checking for errors. It might just be worth more than you think. And that wraps up our look at the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin. What do you think? Do you have one in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. The Australian 50-cent coin is one of the most recognizable and widely circulated coins in the country. First introduced in 1966, its history is marked by a significant change in composition and design. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin is part of this evolving history and holds a special place in Australian numismatics. Australia's first 50-cent coin, released in 1966, was round and contained 80% silver. However, due to the rising cost of silver, the Royal Australian Mint quickly realized that producing silver coins at face value was not sustainable. As a result, they discontinued the silver version after just 1 year and replaced it with a new dodecagonal, 12-sided, design in 1969, made from a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Since then, the 50-cent coin has been used for various commemorative issues and remains one of Australia's largest circulating coins. The 1981 edition of the 50-cent coin was unusual because it was not just minted in Australia. That year, to meet high demand, coins were also produced by the Royal Australian Mint, Canberra, Australia, the Royal Canadian Mint, Ottawa, Canada, the British Royal Mint, Lantricent, UK, ***. Because of this, slight variations exist among the coins minted in different locations. Collectors often look for distinguishing features to determine whether their coin was produced in Australia, Canada, or the UK. The obverse, front, of the coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. The reverse, back, of the coin displays the Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin. This design features a kangaroo and an emu supporting a shield that represents Australia's 6 states. It has been a signature element of the 50-cent coin since 1969. The total mintage of the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin was approximately 40 million. Due to its high production numbers, the coin remains common in circulation today. However, certain uncirculated specimens and rare errors can be valuable to collectors. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin is a notable piece in the country's numismatic history. Although it is not rare, its connection to multiple mints and its classic design make it an interesting collectible. If you have one, it might be worth checking for mint variations or errors that could increase its value. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin videos. See you in the next one.